Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm Mike Rusnak.
I'm Everest. In this video, we're going to talk about the Gemini new moon that's happening May 26th/27th, depending on where you are in the world. Hey, it's Gemini season.
It's a little all over the place.
It's a little all
right?
over the place.
Yeah.
Gemini is all about this kind of interpersonal communication.
It's about fast, quick, little short stories, little chatter.
It's a mutable sign.
Yes.
So Geminis are kind of notorious for having a lot of different ideas and sometimes changing their mind depending on the situation.
The important point of this moon is about deepening your mental elasticity, sharpening your acuity, all the while taming that ever-present, ever-threatening monkey mind that always pulls us one way or the other into the weeds, gets us to react out of fear, etc.
That screaming monkey that's in the trees throwing rotten fruit at us. Now, there's big news for this moon because Saturn will be moving into Aries. That's major. As of tomorrow.
So we're in the very final moments of Saturn in Pisces. And Saturn in its last degrees of Pisces shows a lot of problems within shipping.
There was just a really funny thing that happened in North Korea. They built this destroyer to intimidate the West, and it fell apart as they were launching it, which is kind of a very Saturnial action.
And Saturn moving into Aries. Now, Saturn will be conjunct Neptune. Saturn is conjunct Neptune right now. But Saturn in Aries is in its fall. So watch out for the dissolving of rotten foundations that just can't hold. It's untenable.
Like that North Korean destroyer, which was built out of bubble gum, it collapsed. And so Saturn and Neptune are in Aries as of this moon. It's going to be on the world axis. So this is like world stage actions.
Get ready for global events, shocking global events.
Really shocking global events.
Dramatic.
A lot.
And desperate, too.
There's a lot of court intrigue happening within the governments. And this really helpful, actually a very helpful moon, Mike. This very helpful moon will allow us simple human beings to think about what's happening as the world is changing, as we're in a different space.
And to imagine something new. But while we're imagining, we have that square between Jupiter in Gemini to Saturn. And that square between, Jupiter imagining things in Gemini and Saturn needing the particulars, needing to nail down what's real. It's going to feel a bit frustrating. So the fixed signs are the losers of this. So just hang on loosely, as we say, hang on loosely to your expectations because this is a square between mutability and cardinal energy, beginnings and endings.
So the mutable signs, is all about growth, conversation, the conversation you have in the growth. Cardinal signs are beginning, action. So there's action and conversation happening here.
And Jupiter is also squaring the nodes. So that is, a lot of imagination around where we've been, what we're letting go of, and where we're going, all at the same time. I feel very pressurized.
It does.
But it's okay. Ceres related to the harvest and Saturn came together in mid-May. It's about harvesting, about self-care. Ceres was conjunct Saturn in 2020. But in Aries, Ceres and Saturn is linked to sovereignty. So it's about what's best for ourselves, right? Uranus was Cazimi the Sun on the 17th and 18th in Taurus.
Cazimi means conjunct. They're right on top of each other. And that sun really heated up Uranus, making some very explosive reactions from some people.
And Mercury is squared to Mars also, 17th and 18th. So that was yesterday's news.
If there was a crazy argument within your life, this might be the reason why. Also, Algol's involved in that.
Yes, Mercury is conjunct Uranus and Algol. And that's pulling, Uranus and Algol into the start of this new moon. Again, just like the last moon. Algol is about beheading what causes you to get lost in the weeds and to become overwhelmed with fear.
Yes.
It's a moment to say, no more.
Yeah.
No more.
Algol also has to do with heads of state and leadership and the overthrowing of leadership.
Very good.
Thank you.
This moon is about writing, expanding.
Yes.
Aries is
Yes.
Initiating. Right? Gemini wants to socialize. It's about non-conformity.
Gemini is like a storyteller, sometimes a gossip, a writer, a journaler.
Dreaming, connecting, journaling, dream deciphering, skill sharpening.
Skill sharpening, conversation like we're having with
about
everybody.
wit and levity.
Yes.
Wit and levity.
Yeah.
All right. Practical logic.
Practical.
Siblings, neighbors, but most of all, taming the monkey mind.
Taming the monkey mind.
Yeah, the challenge in this moon is about how to ground yourself.
Now, there's a lot of sextiles that are happening within this moon. So, believe it or not, it's full of opportunities. If we can calm our monkey mind and just kind of relax into today's reality, not the future reality or what's happened before, but just kind of what's happening today.
So not to push meditation on anyone, but calm your mind. Calm your mind so that you could run very clean, very clear, right? Yes. And with that, I think that's kind of the general thing. Venus is close to Chiron.
Yes.
In Aries, making the lesson extremely personal for this new moon.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of importance placed on this moment that you could feel something's closing and something's starting at the same time.
So Venus wants to harmonize. She wants everything beautiful and to grow. Chiron is like a really personal psychic wound that we all carry. And so this harmonization of this wound is a healing aspect, and we have to really wrestle with the wounds that we have cosmically. And I think in this moon, to talk about it and to think about it and to really ground ourselves in today's reality as we're moving into a new paradigm.
But the good news is that Mercury is there in
Yes.
Gemini
Uh-huh.
with the sun
Yeah.
and the moon. So this is great luck, great fortune in realizing where we need to go, what we need to not do anymore.
Exactly.
So we're going to pull some cards. We're going to talk about the position this moon falls in for each sign.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the moon, and then we're also going to talk about Mars, too.
Okay, starting with Aries. So for Aries,
this is your third house. Mars is in your fifth. Third house is the PR house. It's about communication.
it's about new skill sets.
Siblings. Fifth house is Mars. Mars is going to be the fifth house. That's about joy, creativity, children, art.
Yeah.
It's the things that make you happy by doing.
And for you, the answers lie here.
Okay. Boom.
Okay.
Oh, Aries.
It's about letting go of your expectations. You have Mars is in your fifth house, right? So that's joy and abundance. It's trining to Venus, which is with you.
Yeah.
So it may feel like you're giving up something by harmonizing, by making nice with everyone.
An abuse of power. This card's about abuse of power. So we have dastardly deeds done on the beach by these three pirates. One pirate has defeated the others and has taken their swords.
Won the battle, but maybe not the war.
But not the war. So, with Chiron involved in there.
It's about managing your expectations and knowing that this is mutable energy.
It's mutable energy. It's changeable energy. It's a time and place.
Change doesn't feel great, but it's always necessary.
Yeah.
Meditate.
Meditate, and then just think about the joys of life and what brings you happiness. As Mars is there, it's going to really help you find the happiness through creative actions.
Okay, so that's Aries.
That's Aries. Gemini. Sorry,
Taurus. This is your second house. This energy is in your second house, and you rule the second house.
Yeah.
With Mars in your fourth house. So this may be shock or upset at home in your safe space. With
Assets.
your children, maybe.
Emotional well-being.
but it's about new curiosity around money and comfort and even technology.
And new conversations. Here we have a Two of Swords. We have a crossroads of thought. Swords are thoughts. It represents air. We have a lady on a...
And Taurus moves very slow.
Very slow, very strategic, very reliable, very sensual. We have a lady here on a stone throne, two swords raised in the air. Her back is to water. Water is emotions and intuition. She's blindfolded. She's just waiting to see what is coming her way. This is a new beginning about self-worth and home and family. And
it may be so long that taking these new steps feels very strange, very alien, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know whether to retreat and go back to the old behavior or not. Yeah. But new feels strange.
New feels strange. And it's heavy. If you imagine these two swords, the weight of just these ideas. Usually when it's a two card, there isn't like...
It's binary. It's
binary.
Either this or that. And it's not either this or that. There is a middle ground.
Yeah. There's a middle
nuance.
ground. Yeah. And the middle ground is our compassion, our emotions, our empathy, and our intuition. So when in doubt, trust your intuition. Calm the monkey mind, trust your intuition.
Gemini and Gemini rising, this is all about you. It's your first house, and Mars is in your third house, giving you that extra bit of steam in your engine to get out and to gab and to stand on your porch and to socialize and to call your siblings and to touch base with friends you haven't touched base with in a very long time.
Maybe make some new friends, new beginnings, new communications.
But it's about new. And you want new, and you're ready for new, and Jupiter is in there.
Right? And Mars is going to give you a lot of stamina about these new relationships and ideas of sovereignty. Aha!
Wow.
Speaking of ideas of sovereignty, here we have the Two of Wands.
Two again.
Here we have this fellow on the parapet. He's looking at the globe, looking out on the oceans of different places, different people.
Perhaps. He's waiting for some cups or for some swords to show up.
Yeah.
Waiting for something, waiting for that ship to come in.
And he's got one wand attached to the building he's on. You know, his passion is grounded. And then he has one wand that he's going to be actioned with it. And that is going to help him a lot as he stares on the world and stares out in the ocean and meets new friends and relations.
For Cancer and Cancer rising, this energy hits your 12th house, right? It's the house of hidden realms. Mars is in your second house, right? So that's some...
that's confidence with money. There's a lot of courage, financial courage, value courage. Perhaps...
But it may be shocking and upsetting, too, with money, with bills. It's about addictions, removing patterns that haven't been working for you.
Blind spots.
Yes, looking at your blind spots. Okay, yeah.
Hey.
Seven of Pentacles.
All right.
Your blind spots, and the problem with this card is that this figure looks not too happy.
He's not happy with his crop.
Yeah, like there's not enough action in this, right? Coasting downhill. The fruit has started to fall from the vine. You want to do something now new.
It's almost as if they were telling themselves a particular story about their farming abilities while the crops were growing.
And then reality hits.
And then reality hit that maybe it wasn't the best strategy and there is a problem with the reality of the situation here. So the 12th house is the subconscious. It's off-world. There's a lot of seepage coming into your mind from the unconscious. From the spirit world, there's a lot of intuition. And the second house is your values and like everything that kind of feeds your body.
It all feels so heavy. I think we need to bring in some joy, right?
Yeah.
For Cancer. Yeah.
And, Cancer, we're very emotional. So, it's okay.
Hang in there.
It'll be
Meditate.
Okay. Meditate. It'll be fine.
For Leo and Leo rising, 11th house. This energy hits your 11th house, your house of friends and networks, Old friends,
Yeah.
new friends.
Connections.
Mars is in your first house. That's giving you a lot of energy. It's about new hopes.
Yeah.
Where you want to go, where you want to take yourself.
Yeah, the first house is like everything that's about you. It's the birth house. So it's your body. Perhaps new ideas on your body,
New exercise.
new stretching routine, conversations with people about health and body, and the foundations of your birth.
Smile at a stranger. All right.
Always helps.
Yeah. So what is the card?
Oh
for
my
Leo?
God! I got so distracted thinking about that.
King of Wands.
Wow.
What is the card for Leo? Bring it out.
Bingo. Here we go. We have the King of Fire. He is on the throne. He's an inspirational action king. He is looking out on his throne as if he just saw something and is about to get up.
Passionate wand.
Yeah, he's getting up and he's ready to do something. There's a little creature there that is a salamander. The salamander is like the spirit of fire. And he's going to go get after it. I like this card.
Looking all fabulous.
Looking all
I
fabulous.
was dressed that way yesterday.
Yeah, you were.
Okay, so Virgo rising. This energy is hitting your 10th house, right? With Mars in your 12th house. Mars in your 12th house is not easy.
Nope.
No, you're exceedingly harsh critic of yourself right now with Mars in the 12th house. Have I done the best I could? Could I have done better? Looking to the past, looking to the future, not being in the present so much. But this is about new seeds for a new career, right?
Your public face. It's not just the job, but it's your life's job. It's not just how we earn money, but it's your public persona and how we're seen in public.
And this is about strategy, Virgo, because Mars in the 12th house isn't so great, but Mars moves into Virgo in June. So that's right around the corner. Yeah. So maybe for this moon, plan, strategize, don't roll out the new developments yet. All right, wait till June.
Any intuition that you have will help you out because there is a change. There is a change that's happening, a drastic, irreversible change. This is not actual death. This is change, reincarnation.
It's the death of an old chapter, and that's great.
The death of a public chapter.
It needs to be done.
It needs to be done. This happens to everybody. And you know what? A new dawn rises. So just wait.
And it's a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing.
It is a blessing. A new strategy as the dawn rises in June.
There's the
king's
beautiful.
dead. Yeah.
King's dead. Blessing. All right, Libra rising. This energy is in your 9th house. This moon is trining you too. It's about new ideas about studies, faith, teaching, travel. It's highly positive. Mars is in the 11th house, bringing you into a connection with your networks, old and new.
Friendships. Mars is going to help you make new friends and help the contacts and the networks move forward.
And for you, you get the moon card.
Here we go. We got a warning.
Right? Yeah.
Here is a warning about binary thinking. Good versus bad.
Seeing things for what they are. And it's hard to see with the moonlight, right?
Yeah.
So in this way, you have to rely more heavily on your faith, which is the 9th house.
Faith, intuition, the belief that you're going to hit the mark, that you're going to hit the target, even though you can't really see the path. The path is obscured. So this is happening, during eclipse at night. The terrain is really difficult to walk through. It's hard to tell who's a friend and who's an enemy. We have, the wolf and the domestic dog. Domestic dogs are friends. Wolves are enemies. So it's a little confusing at this time.
It's like people at work.
Yeah, people at work.
I don't know if I could really trust them. I don't really know them.
And if you see here, this crustacean, this lobster, is confused by the atmosphere and is trying to leave the water, which debilitates itself. The more it tries, it gets confused and tries to push forward, the weaker it gets. And, he's out of his element. So this is
the more you retreat, the weaker you get.
That's right. The more you retreat, the weaker you get. But there's a trine happening, and that's going to really help you out. It might feel really uncomfortable, but this is awesome. awesome energy.
All for the better, highly positive. Yeah. Expand yourself through teaching and new studies and travel and faith.
Yeah. When in doubt, go for a trip.
Yeah. Scorpio and Scorpio rising.
Eighth house.
This is in your 8th house. This is your house. Mars is in your 10th house. So this may be rocky moves at work, right? Maybe a little drama at work.
A bit of courage if you are needing to change your work or change your job. This will really give you a lot of courage to do it.
It's about working with other people's money and rebirth, cleaning your plate, finding a new job, finding new ways to express yourself sexually.
Also, deep intimacy. 8th house has to do with like deep intimacy, sharing the darkness and the secrets of your life with other people.
But really sharing.
Really sharing.
Not hiding it, sharing it.
Sharing it, not hitting somebody over the head with it, but genuinely sharing and
like
having
in
a
conversation, in a symbiotic way, right?
And you know what part of conversation is? It's listening. You gotta listen.
Which card for Scorpio?
Boom.
Okay.
Knight of Wands. We have a new territory. This knight is stomping off into the desert, and the terrain has changed. It's become sandy, and so he's rearing up the horse as he makes view of the new horizon. They are dressed for combat, but it's also a performative combat. It's almost
very close to their ego too, because they're wearing yellow.
They're wearing yellow.
Very personal.
And there's a red feather in their hat, so they're really thinking about it. This is kind of, if you imagine Napoleon going into Egypt, it's that type of energy.
Okay, Sagittarius rising. This is in your 7th house. So this is about relationships, the beginning of relationships or the ending of relationships.
Marriages and divorces,
letting
contracts,
go.
legal issues.
Mars is in your 9th house, right? So that's your house.
That's courage. It's belief. It's like you're right on
you got
things.
Fire in the tank. And then after the moon is new, it will be conjunct Jupiter, the 27th, 8th, and 9th. So the moon conjunct Jupiter in Gemini, opposite your sign. So that's very big for Gemini and very big for Sagittarius those days. Yeah.
4 of Wands. The marriage card. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Relationships.
We are beckoned by these fellows, by this couple, to join the party. We're kind of being beckoned over.
Coming over. It's like, how far do I have to walk?
I know, it looks like really far away.
Really far, and I'm not so sure about this.
Yeah, like what's happening on this canopy? Now, one of the things about this card is that it looks like a theatrical stage. This image, kind of feels like these figures in this little castle could be painted on, and it's performance. But there's a performance in all types of relationships.
And it's like, I want to know that love is real.
Right.
This is Jupiter squaring to Saturn. Saturn's like, I need to nail something down. I need to make something very real. And Jupiter has expanded that. It's like you can't tolerate any woo-woo or bullshit.
Right.
Or, any nebulousness. You want it real.
Are you being gaslit in a relationship? Are you being confused by the social norms? Are the social norms really fatiguing and artificial?
Hard to live within?
Hard to live with. So we have this collapse happening with Neptune and Saturn. Neptune is dissolving a certain amount of antiquated sovereignty concepts. And Saturn's there being like, okay, this fell apart. This isn't working. This foundation isn't being supported. So we really have to kind of go deep in our beliefs.
And then put it away. Right. Yeah. Get rid of it. And think in nuance. The other shades, right? It's not binary.
No, it is not binary.
Okay, so Capricorn and Capricorn rising. This energy is hitting your 6th house.
Got it.
It's about new routines in your lifestyle, new exercise, new mindset, new meditation. Mars is in your 8th house.
8th house.
It's other people's money. and that's squaring to Uranus.
Yeah,
So this,
eighth house. Investments, financial investments.
perhaps intimacy issues too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perhaps some intimacy issues happening here. You know, the daily routine, a switch up in our daily routine, the work.
Things are looking a little bit gray. Maybe you
Yeah.
need to go to work a different route.
Yeah, go to work
Just
a different
to shake
route.
things. Yeah.
Or, like physically, like it sounds like a really silly thing, but physically go to your daily routine in a different way, take a different bus, take a different train.
Yeah, you wake your eyes up that way. You're
You
like,
do.
oh, look at all this stuff that I'm seeing. And then you start making connections. You start seeing those symbols.
Yeah.
And that's the language of spirituality. You see the symbols and you connect things
Now,
eternally.
Uranus is square to Mars for you in the eighth house. So there's a little bit of a tension that's happening here within your belief and courage and kind of higher mind. And if you kind of switch up the daily routine, maybe you eat at a different hour, just kind of give yourself a different perspective on it. And, we work really hard. We love to kind of do things the way we are, but connect with your loved ones.
New ideas about serving
others.
New ideas about serving, and doing it. Oh,
and
look at that. 6 of Swords.
Taking your loved ones, your whole family, to where it's warm.
Go where it's warm. Go where it's safe.
Take the thoughts that everybody has. So here we have a father, a wife, and a child with their thoughts about their family unit. They're leaving the place that they were and they're going somewhere else. This is actually a perfect card for this energy. They're changing their daily routine because of their deep belief that the cycle is over and they must move on to something else.
The cycle has become stale. It's time.
The cycle is bingo. That's where I think we're trying to get at.
Aquarius. And Aquarius rising, this energy is in your 5th house. 5th house. That's my house.
I know. I love the 5th house.
Love, romance,
joy,
children, joy,
creativity, art. The things we do.
Speaking on stage.
The things we do that make us happy. As human beings, we have this amazing ability, which animals don't have and plants don't have, that we can create and consciously make ourselves happy through an act. Like having children, the act of creating. Like having
Mars is in your 7th house.
Mars is in the 7th house. Okay, so that's relationships.
Yes, it may be not so easy within relationships.
Yeah.
Mars in the 7th house.
Yeah, the other is hell.
It comes down to listening.
One can never know what's happening in the other's mind and heart. One just has to have faith and believe in yourself and your own value system. I love this idea that you can never really know someone else, but you can trust them and you can love them and you can believe in yourself.
That sounds so personal when
it
you
does.
say it.
Ba-ba-boom! King of coins. Here we have the king of value, king of money. This is an earthly kind of material energy. We see this king, and he is so splendid in his vegetation. He's almost overgrown entirely by this garden.
He's really into enjoying it too.
Yeah, he's really into it.
He's really like wiggling his toes through the green there.
Yeah, he's like, ooh.
Like, I'm gonna make some wine with my feet. Okay. Pisces and Pisces rising, last but not least, this energy is in your 4th house. Your house of home, your secure space. Mars is in your 6th house, so this may be something about your health, about your new routines, about needing to do something differently, eat differently, exercise differently.
Now, Mars in the 6th house, I just kind of remember this. Mars in the 6th house sometimes has to do with enemies and issues with people that we deal with. It's open enemies and, new energy about that, new approach towards people that we have issues with. Fourth house is self-care, self-worth, self-sovereignty. We have a 5.
It's not as bad as it seems. This could be just play.
It could be.
That looks like an argument, you know? So it looks more serious than it really is.
Yeah. We have these youths. These are not adults. These are young people, and they are really going at it, you know, like really having a toss about. It's a circular argument. There's nobody winning. Everybody's at the same level, and it's kind of going around in circles. So here we have ideas about communication.
This is you in your fourth house, your safe space, your home, and about expanding those ideas, expanding your mental elasticity about how you feel safe with yourself.
Yeah,
and that's all. And that's all.
There's a lesson here to be learned. And the lesson has to do with these circular arguments that we have in our mind.
Remove yourself from them.
Yeah.
You don't need it. Tame the monkey mind.
Tame the monkey mind.
Tame the monkey mind. Pisces.
You know, you don't really want this all day in your head.
You know how to swim that way.
Right. And, you know, like, tame the monkey mind. Think about a new approach to your daily routine, a new approach to your health, to your gut health.
Bring in the new, bring in the communication through your community, through your siblings, through your loved ones, through people in the neighborhood. Little chatter, quick chatter. That's all. That's all we're saying.
Talk about it. Think about it. Relax about it.
Thank you.
We love you.
We love you very much.
Thank you for all the likes and shares. If you love our videos and you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe.
Like we'll do a reading.
We're really close to 1,000 viewers.
Help us get there.
And I'd love to get there. So if you could please help us with that, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.